Hello, dear students. Welcome at the platform of Krishna Technical Pathshala. And we have already discussed about the magnet and the electricity. In this lecture, we will discuss with you about the atoms. Before we going to study about the atoms and nuclear physics, we have to know about the atom, that what is the atom. As we know that the atom is the smallest particle of the any substances, but who was the first man in the world who used the word atom? There are, you will be surprised to hear this, that the atom, the word atom is used first of all with the one rishi, Indian rishi, which is known as Kanad. Kanad was the first man in the world we use the word atom, and he was an Indian rishi. The second, and he told that all the substances are made up of the atoms which cannot be divisible further. Later on, the second name is the J.J. Thomson. J.J. Thomson, who said atom is the smallest particle of substances which cannot be divided. The first man, the Kanad, and second one is J.J. Thomson, who told us that the atom has at least two particles, and the structure of atom just like the watermelon. This is your watermelon. The radius part which is edible have positively charged, and the seeds are the negatively charged particle. Seeds are negatively charged particles. First one is positively charged particle. This is the structure of atom, who told the J.J. Thomson that the atom is just like the watermelon. And the third one is Rutherford. Rutherford was the third man who told the atom is just like it has one nucleus positively part and the electrons moves around this positively parts. He performed his famous experiment of the bombardment of alpha particles. This is your photographic plate, and gold foil, and he found that some particles are like this, and there are some also particles which return in the same direction, rebounding in the same direction. This is the particles. So he told that there is a positively particles, as we know that the alpha particles, the bombardment of alpha particles on gold foil. This is the famous experiment, and after the experimental verification, he told that atom has a positively charged particles, just like the taken from the J.J. Thomson's. There are two particles confirmed. J.J. Thomson had confirmed that there are two particles in the atoms. The first one is positively and the second one is negatively. But very, very important point that the rebounding of the alpha particles, and it has alpha particles is nothing but the helium atoms, positively helium atoms of 2. And he told that very, very important word, that it is just like an experiment if he fired on the tissue paper with bullet, and that bullet is hit you, because it is heavily particles and it is just rebounding. It is just rebounding in the same direction. So he used this word, and it is very, very important. So he told that there is positively particles and atom is just like the empty. Therefore, if strike the alpha particle, then it comes and there is a deflection between this, like this. This is the atomic structure given by the Rutherford. But it has also some drawbacks, because if electrons revolves around this, then positively particles, there is an attraction between the electrons is revolving like this, and there is a spiral of ultimately the atoms will fall in the nucleus. But the concept of nucleus, this is the concept of nucleus given by the Rutherford. Nucleus. The concept of nucleus is an important part given by the Rutherford. Although this theory was also has some drawbacks, but the important point is that he gives an idea about the nucleus. So the further name given by in the physics with the respectable person That is, the fourth one is Niels Bohr. Niels Bohr, who told that the atom used the theory of the given by the h nu is equal to E2 minus E1, and this was the theory, very, very important theory given by the Max Planck. Max Planck told that h nu is the Planck's constant and nu is the frequency of the energy. And Niels Bohr adopted this idea, and he told that atom is just like the sun. Atom is just like the sun, is its focus, and the earth. And atom positively particles, this is the atom, and revolves around in electrons in a certain definite orbits. This is the revolving orbits given by the Niels Bohr. There are positively charged particles. The Niels Bohr gave an idea about the atom, which is the backbone of the modern physics, and this is the main structure. The first one is there are positively charged particles in the nucleus and electrons negatively charged particles revolves around the nucleus, just like the planet, just like the planet revolves around the sun. This idea is given by the Niels Bohr, and he also told that the orbit, when an electron jump from lower energy level to higher energy level, it absorb energy h nu and jump higher energy level to lower energy level, it radiate energy H nu. This is the important point about the atoms, atomic structure, and further the there are further, as we know at the present moment, that there are also an an atomic particle which is known as neutron. The neutron also stay in the nucleus. We all know about it, and we are not going to further discussing about all the atomic structure and what is the drawbacks, and there are only one nucleus. As now at the present time, the atomic model is just like the protons p plus n and the electrons moving in different orbit. This is also known as the energy levels. We all know about this. Now there are when the electrons jump E1, this is your energy level E1 and E2, and when it has an energy, absorbs an energy, then it goes lower energy levels to higher energy levels, and it is known as the ground state. It is ground state, and when the atoms is on, it is your ground state. And when it absorbs energy and goes at this, then it is H nu बराबर is equal to E1 atoms A, let A plus H nu is equal to A star. A star, it is excited state. This is the excited state of the atoms, and we have this is the excited state, and when electrons jumps from E1, this is your E2 and this is your E1, when E2 minus E1 is equal to H nu, then there is a radiation of energy of the H nu, where H is where H is the Planck's constant, and nu is frequency frequency of radiation, radiated energy or absorbed energy. Nu is the frequency. It may be as a light, as a heat also. In the all cases, the equation will be like this: E2 minus E1, and E2 is the greater energy. E2 is the greater energy level, and E2 is the greater energy level, and E1 is the lower energy level. It is also a very, very important point. The radiated energy has h nu, and absorbed energy has also h nu. When we talk about the absorption of the energy, then there are the equation like this, and when we talk about the radiation energy, then equation will be like this. This is just like the h nu. I think that this video will be help you in the knowing about the fundamental of the physics, and the further knowledge we will discuss in the next lecture. And you are looking that the Krishna Technical Pathshala is a very, very important and very, very interesting platform on which we are learning in a simple manner. Thank you for watching the video.